My name is Jeanmarie Parrott. Many years ago, in the early 1990s, the Lord brought together two ladies who didn't know each other at all. And it was very obviously a God-ordained thing. We talked on the telephone, and in just a few seconds, it just seemed like we'd known each other forever. We were both believers. We had both been involved in the pro-life movement. And so I put on my tennis shoes and realized she lived just like 2 blocks away from me. We walked over there, and within a very short period of time, we were already moving towards starting a local pro-life group in Henderson County. And we initially thought we were going to focus on education, and the Lord had different ideas. He was leading us towards starting a facility. It was beautiful to see how he brought things together. As we were moving towards opening the facility, Marsha was diagnosed with metastatic breast cancer. We continued to press forward with the vision that the Lord had laid on our hearts. And even though she went home to be with the Lord, I guess it was March of 92. And the center opened then in February of 93. It was a blessing to be able to name the center after Marsha. And the Lord led me to be the initial director, and I worked in that position for 22 years with a passion. It was a joy for me. It was. We wanted to be able to have a facility that would allow women to have a loving alternative to abortion. One of the greatest joys for me in all the time that I was at Marsha's place was having the privilege of doing ultrasounds and introducing mothers to their babies. Because quite honestly, there's nothing like that in encouraging a woman to choose life. An ultrasound is a window to the womb. And it's not just a picture of a baby, it is her baby that she's looking at. It's her baby's heartbeat that she's listening to. And that is one thing that makes a huge difference in a woman choosing to carry the baby to term. One of the burdens that I carried back during that time was so often you would see women make very poor choices because they felt like they didn't have any options. If we want to make a long-term impact in the life of a single mom and her child, this is something that could truly turn the corner for her. In particular, because, this program is a faith-based program. She's going to have a church family, and she's going to have a mentor, somebody she can turn to when things get tough in her life. And instead of falling back into old patterns, hopefully, she's going to make better choices because she's got a sounding board of people who care about her and want to see her succeed. One of the sad things that I have to admit is because I was there for 22 years, I actually saw some of the babies that were born to mothers early on in Marsha's place become the crisis pregnancy. We need to take the opportunities that are in front of us to impact lives. I believe as Christians that we need to go the extra mile to build a culture of life, to impact future generations, to just make a difference in our world because we belong to Christ.